Hello, everyone, and welcome to the webinar. I'm so excited to have you all here today. We have a quick 30-minute program. I can't wait to dig into it. While we give folks just one more minute to join here, I'd love to make sure that you're all able to use the question box feature in the GoToWebinar app. That'll essentially be your chat feature for today. So any questions that you put into there, I'll be able to see them throughout the webinar. So as a little warm up, I love to have everyone just type into that question box. Let me know where you're calling in from today. One of the best things about these webinars is that they connect folks from all different corners of the world here to join and to be part of this presentation and learn together. So for example, I'm located in Boston, Massachusetts. I love it up here, born and raised in the area. It's super great. I'm sure I'll talk about it more in my intro, but let's see, I'll call out some of the answers here of folks typing in where they're calling in from. We have John from Illinois, welcome. Ginger from Mendon, Mass, welcome Ginger, not far from me. Amber in Lakeland, Florida, hello. Charlie from Greenlee, Colorado, hello. Jeffrey in Ohio, hi Jeffrey. We have C. Bauer in Point Charlotte, Florida, welcome. Jessica is here, Cher's here, asking how my day's going. It's going great. I hope all of your days are going great as well. We got Pam from the Gulf Coast in Florida, Sarasota, Florida, welcome. Cher from New York, welcome. We have Faith from Athens, Georgia, welcome Faith. Allie's here. We have Caitlin from New Jersey. Ashley from Columbus, Ohio, Leslie from San Antonio, Texas, welcome. We have Kirsten from North Carolina, welcome. Jill from Michigan, hi Jill. So many people calling in right now. We have some folks calling in from Canada. We have Rebecca from Ontario, Canada. Oh my gosh, Noreen from Fullerton, California. So many different people in so many different places in the world, which is pretty amazing. That's one of the best parts about these webinars. I wish I could call out every single one of you, but it's just a great warm up, just a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling to start us off for this holiday season marketing presentation. So with that said, I'm glad you're all able to use the question box feature. We're going to jump into a couple housekeeping items for today's presentation. Again, we only have a half hour today to keep in mind that you all have super busy schedules, so we don't have a ton of time, so I'm just going to jump right into it. So as I had mentioned, welcome. Thank you all for joining me. Just a friendly reminder that this webinar will be recorded, so don't worry about taking notes or anything like that. You'll have the materials in your inbox later today. Also, friendly reminder that all of our webinar recordings are easily found on the WordStream and Local IQ YouTube channels. So just hop on over to YouTube, type in Local IQ, type in WordStream. You'll find our webinar recordings right on our pages. So if you've missed any past webinars and want to check them out too, you can do that, but just know that you can find that easily for this webinar recording for today on there. And again, it'll be in your inbox as well. And for folks asking in the question box right now, yes, the question box is essentially your chat feature for today. So feel free to toss in your questions as you go, and be sure to save any questions that you have that when you want answered for the Q&A session to throw those in at the end as well. So again, there's not really like a chat feature throughout, but it's more just you toss questions to me and I can facilitate the conversation for all of us. So if you've attended any of our past webinars, you know the Q&A portion is like one of my favorite parts, and I definitely feel like it's beneficial to everyone on this call. It's just a nice few minutes to have me answer any and all questions that you might have, so be sure to stick around for that at the end and add your questions in at the end and throughout. So for all of us on the call today, some of you might already be familiar with us over at Local IQ. Some of you might already be working with us, and that's great. Some of you might be totally new and welcome, totally fine as well. Happy to have you here. And some of you might be familiar with our sister brands or working with our sister brands, WordStream and Local Reach Local. So for everyone on this call, I want to get us on the same page as to who Local IQ is. And essentially, Local IQ is a fully integrated growth marketing platform that helps businesses thrive and prosper by combining innovative technology and unparalleled expertise to put time back into your day so that you can help better manage your business. Well, you know that your marketing is running smoothly and on a strategy that you can trust. So how exactly do we help businesses do just that? So technology is at our core. So we combine AI optimization technology that you can't find anywhere else, informed by over 1 million Local IQ campaigns that we've ran, So we use that technology to really give you a cutting edge marketing strategy and experience. We also give you free tools at your fingertips and a suite of solutions that help, again, put time back into your day by streamlining some of these marketing processes that we'll talk about today. And also, we've been in the marketing game for over 15 years, which if you think about how old the digital marketing space is, it's not much older than that. So it's pretty crazy to think about. We've seen it all, been through all the platform updates and changes and all the ebbs and flows in the digital marketing landscape. And we're here to tell the story. So that's kind of how you know that you can trust what we're offering here at Look Like You. One other thing that I just want to mention quickly is that we're really proud to announce that we're a premier partner with all the major ad platforms. So this isn't something that is given lightly to just any marketing platform or agency out there. It's really only given to businesses like ours that maximize campaign success for customers, and we meet a set of rigorous requirements in terms of customer growth, platform skills, expertise, and thought leadership. So we're really excited to showcase that, really proud of it. So just want to mention that for all of us on the call today. A common question I get on these webinars is, where can you learn more about Look Like You? Where can you learn more about our brands, WordStream, Reach Local? Where can you understand more of the concepts that we talk about in these webinars? You know, we're going to fly through the topics that I talk about today because we only have 30 minutes. But if you want to spend more time with something, want to sit and massage on a certain topic or any sort of educational content like that, be sure to check out our websites and social pages. You can follow Local IQ on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and WordStream as well on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And be sure to check out our websites as well. We have a lot of the topics that we cover on the webinars covered super in depth on the blog. So if you need, again, you have more questions, you want to just kind of read out some of the concepts that we convey in these webinars, definitely check out our blog. And we share all of that information, you know, upcoming webinars, more blog posts, more articles, and things like that on our socials. So you definitely want to follow so you can stay up to date. A little bit about me, your facilitator, the person that's been talking to you already for the last 10 minutes here, is I'm super happy to meet you all. My name is Susie. I'm your facilitator and host for today. I'm a senior content marketing specialist over at Local IQ, where I write educational content on everything under the digital marketing sun, from SEO to PPC to video marketing to TikTok to Instagram, Facebook, pretty much anything and everything. I've covered it. And how I got into this role was I was originally a digital marketing consultant back over at WordStream back in the day. And I was coaching businesses and folks just like everyone on this call through the day-to-day best practices on major ad platforms like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, Microsoft ads, and so on. So I took that real life experience and applied it to the educational content that I write for the blog today. I'm currently based in Boston, like I mentioned earlier. I love it here. A little fun fact about me, and kind of an unpopular opinion that I have, is my favorite season is the winter time. So I'm anxiously awaiting for the snow to come. I love to go snowboarding on the weekends when I'm not at work. So that's just a little bit about me. You can follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter. I repost a lot of the articles that I write on Look Like You and WordStream, and share any upcoming announcements about webinars, things like that. So to keep you all on your toes, I love to just warm people up with a quick pop quiz in these webinars. So I just want to see how you all are feeling about your digital marketing plans for this holiday season. So I'll call out some of the answers that you put in here to the question box, but I just want to get a quick feeler out there, like, how is everyone on this call feeling about their holiday marketing? Do you already have a plan in place and you're good to go? Maybe you've never done holiday or seasonally charged marketing before. Maybe you're totally new to this and you don't know where to start. Maybe you've tried holiday marketing in the past but haven't seen, a bump in conversions or leads or whatever your goal is. So I'd love to hear, how everyone's feeling. And it's totally fine if you're on either end of the spectrum. This presentation is set to meet folks at whatever level they're at. And I have some great responses already. So we have Carrie. She goes, "What plans? LOL. Totally fine. We've all been there." Amber says they're possum with a little paw emoji. Love that, Amber. Marcia says she's undecided. Understandable. Nicole feels like she's behind on already. I definitely feel that as well. Jill says that she feels great. She has plans in place. We're looking for some fresh ideas. Definitely understand. Taylor feels unprepared but eager. Really understandable as well. Leslie says, I've never done it. Trying to learn. Totally fine too. We've all been there. Joseph says he has a few ideas, but Still kind of working through those. Really great responses here. This is awesome. Pamela says she feels like a day late always. This is great. Jennifer says she's newer at this company that she's at, looking forward to getting started. This is all really, really great. So I want you all to think about some of the answers that I just called out here. I think everyone was on a totally different page as to where they were with their digital marketing for the holidays, right? I called out some folks that felt great or good or have done it before, and some folks that had zero plan or already felt like they were behind, right? So I want you to keep that in mind as we talk through the topics that I'm going to cover today. Like, no matter where you are in your digital marketing journey, it's okay. And it's going to look different from every single webinar listener on this call. Right now, everyone is in a unique situation, right? So while I am going to suggest some general ideas that can be applied across the board, I want you to be thinking about how those concepts can apply to your unique situation, right? So just keeping that in mind, I just want to get us all on the same page that it's okay if you're not fully there yet, or if you feel like you're totally advanced and good to go, there's always room to improve too. So we'll cover some of that today with the time being. So here is we're going to just jump in quickly to some 2023 and 2024 holiday spending trends. So I'm going to pull in some of the data from our own unique study and also just some general ideas so we can get a feel, kind of warm us up into how holiday spenders and shoppers are going to be looking for your business this season. And even if you're not a seasonal business, right? Maybe you're not an e-commerce business or a retail-oriented business where you really need to hit the holidays hard. Again, that's where I'm talking about, like, you might have a unique situation that wouldn't fit some of these statistics, but I want us to keep in mind that even if you're not like a seasonally charged business like that, you can still take advantage of holiday marketing and how holiday spending is going to be impacting your target audience. Regardless if your business is associated with the holidays or not, your audience is going to be thinking about the holidays and going through that shopping and that spending journey. So you can figure out how your business can fit in along the way, either way. So I did mention a little bit already that we are talking about data from our own unique study. So just to quickly review, some of the statistics that I'm going to be showing are from this study. And we basically interviewed over 2,000 adult respondents to identify, their holiday spending plans and habits, how they're feeling about it. It was done nationally across the US. Some of our studies are done across North America. And of course, we do work with businesses all across the world, but for the purpose of this study, based in the US. And again, we were just kind of looking for 2023 data on how people are planning to spend over the holiday season, which can give us insights to bring to you folks to understand, all right, well, what's people's sentiment about the holidays, with the state of everything going on in the world. So I'm just going to warm us up with some general holiday perceptions. This might not necessarily, again, relate to your direct digital marketing strategy, but I think it is helpful to just kind of get us on the topic. So a lot of people, I think, are feeling like their target audience or consumers are tired of holiday spending. They don't have the money, they're not in the mood for it. They're preoccupied, whatever it may be in the state of your particular geography or landscape or whatever it might be. But actually, most people are still enjoying holiday shopping as a pastime. Most of them will be shopping on Thanksgiving weekend with their loved ones. And in light of course, the rise and fall of the COVID pandemic, now in recent years that most of the consumers are not fazed by holiday shopping or large crowds. So you're probably going to see a pull. If you are an in-person based business, you probably are going to see those in-person consumers coming through the door. And if you're not, be thinking about how you can target those consumers that are out shopping, right? So maybe we do some geo-targeting or geo-fencing to reach those customers and be top of mind to them while they're out doing their shopping or their errands. So just a couple different ways to think about that. And just a timeline, I saw a few folks in here already mentioning how they felt like they were behind and that they felt like they were already late on their holiday marketing planning. This is going to be helpful to have you understand like when you need to really have your holiday marketing kicking into gear. So the reason why we're doing this webinar right now in the middle of September when the holidays are literally 3 months away is because we want you to get ahead. So if you feel like you're behind right now, you're not, right? It's never too late to start implementing some holiday marketing. And also, again, we have a couple of months to just prepare, get some holiday seasonally charged campaigns out there and have them be running by November and December. So while 23% of consumers will be shopping for the holidays before Thanksgiving, the majority are going to be running into that, week before the holidays. 44% are also going to be shopping before Cyber Monday. So it's never too early, but it's also never too late, right? So this can kind of give you an idea that, some folks are going to be last minute on that farther end and some are going to be ahead. So the sooner you can get your campaigns out there and the longer you can have them run throughout the season, you'll be able to maximize, the amount of people that you're able to hit. So I do want to switch topics quickly. Now that we know kind of like when they're going to be shopping, how they're going to be shopping, how they're going to be feeling about it, let's talk about the sentiment around spending. So of course, we've seen a very up and down economic landscape over the last couple of years. I think that's no secret to anyone. So let's kind of talk about how that's going to impact how people are going to be willing to spend with your business. So 67% of people say their plan is to look for discounts or sales or deals, things like that. So people, as they're starting to feel the heat of the up and down economic landscape, they're going to be looking for more discounts, more deals, more sales, and it's going to be of a higher priority probably than years past. And that's reiterated here on this slide. So 87% of consumers say the economy will affect their holiday shopping. So while they are willing to be spending, they're probably going to be more inclined to spend with your business if you're offering, a limited time offer or a custom promotion, right? So maybe they sign up for a coupon code or, a sweepstakes or a small deal or a discount like that. That way you can collect that lead and grow your business while also offering some sort of incentive to keep them spending over the holiday season. And again, just a reminder, you'll have a copy of these slides and the recording in your inbox later today. So I know that I'm flying through this, as I mentioned, and there's a lot of content on these slides that, I'm presenting here, but you'll be able to digest it a little bit more as we go. So also something to keep in mind is that even if you're for businesses that aren't necessarily charged by the holidays, most consumers are expecting to make a large purchase within the next 6 months. So if you're more geared towards offering a service, maybe you're a home services business that offers, larger types of jobs or deals or something like that, the market is definitely there. People are looking to redecorate or make major life changes like change jobs, which can definitely impact how your audience behaves, right? Maybe they have more or less free time. Maybe their geographical location will change. So you want to be thinking about that as you're setting your targeting up. Another trend that we're going to see in 2023 for the holiday season is that social media is going to be one of the leaders for holiday marketing. I know everyone has mixed feelings about marketing on social media. I get it. I've seen the rise and fall of all the platforms as they started to roll out first organic posts, and now, of course, they're paid and advertising options. So with that being said, though, I think it is really important to be on social media if you're trying to implement any sort of holiday marketing. That's just the way it's going to roll, and we're seeing that here. So while social media platforms are used to find businesses over the holidays, some platforms have seen growth over the last year compared to 2021, while others have become less popular. But overall, the sentiment is the majority of consumers are on these platforms to find your business over the holiday season. And they're not just on social media, they're also on so many different other channels. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in my next section. But not only are consumers using just social media, the resources they have at their fingertips to find your business this season and beyond, but they're finding your business in all sorts of different places. There's tons and tons of different touch points that your customers can have with your business, thanks to all these different evolutions that we've seen across different platforms, right? So we're seeing in-store and your typical foot traffic. We're also seeing people go directly to a website or a third-party retailer website, for example, Amazon or Target. We're also seeing a lot of word of mouth. Emails are still endlessly effective as well. Display ads and things like that can also be super helpful. And beneficial too. So it's kind of all a circle that just kind of goes and goes. I want you all to be thinking about, you know, that journey that your customer is having, where they're going to have those multiple touch points, right? So maybe they see a display ad for your business over the holiday season, then they want to learn more about you, so they jump to the search bar and they type in your business and search for you that way. And then maybe they hit your landing page, right, from that search ad, and they still don't convert. They're thinking about it and they want to learn more about you. So then they go on social media and they follow you, and then they're still thinking about that decision, right? So it's kind of a longer process. People are being more selective in their buying decisions. So just keep that in mind. The more cross-channel you can be, the better off you'll be. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in this next slide. So now that we kind of know the main trends, I'm just going to fly through a couple of quick tips and a few steps that you can take to set yourself up for success for holiday marketing planning. So the main tip that I really want everyone to take away here is going cross-channel whenever possible is of the utmost importance. And I know I was already talking about this a little bit, but I did give some examples here. So let's say, you know, you're running deals or promoting any sort of ease of access for shipping and returns for, you know, the holidays, something like that. That could be pushed out through a targeted email campaign. You could also have, you know, aligned creative and copy that's holiday oriented, maybe holiday colors, things like that on your search display and social ads. And what that does is it provides a seamless experience for your consumers. You never want a potential customer to be encountering your business and be unsure of your brand or unsure of what you're offering. You want them to see you and know right away that it's you, right? So building that brand recognition by aligning all of your channels is really, really important. And we at Local IQ obviously help with that with our cross-media optimization technology, where we can, in real time, using our AI technology, optimize your search and your social advertisements in unison so that they're, you know, working through a direct daily budget that they can share and borrow from to optimize accordingly to get you the best results possible. Lastly, I kind of alluded to this a little bit in the last point, but you know, don't be afraid to dive into some new creative. This is a perfect time to do so. You want to have that holiday charge copy and creative to just stick with the season, keep your business relevant, and also give your audience something fresh to look at, right? Because you're probably in some capacity promoting your business right now. So how are you going to make yourself stand out in the super saturated space during the holiday season? You're going to need to have something fresh, maybe something new, something relevant to the season, something that'll catch your audience's eye. And as I had mentioned, with the rise of social media being super popular this season, you know, you're going to have to incorporate more of that rich media, you know, those videos, Instagram reels, TikToks, TikTok ads, things like that. So I know it's a jump, and I went through it myself. We all have been there where, you know, again, we were first relying maybe on like text-based ads or image-based ads, and then of course organic posts and image-based posts. Now we need to take that next step into, you know, a little bit more of a creative field where we're creating some videos and creating some rich or interactive media that people can click on or things like that. So again, we're all here to help you with that. And I know that it can seem daunting if you're not, you know, a videographer or a creative designer. That's okay. I'm not either, right? So it doesn't have to be something super spectacular. It just has to be something that is authentic to your business and to your brand, to your core values, and will connect with your audience on a more personal level. So here are the key steps that I want everyone to be taking when they're making their holiday marketing plan. So again, this is kind of like your basic skeleton for holiday marketing planning. So you want to make sure that you first know exactly what offers you're going to be promoting during the holiday season. Now, I know it's not always feasible for every business out there to offer like a huge discount or sweepstakes or something like that. It doesn't have to be insane. You just need to narrow in on one specific holiday oriented offer. It could be the same offer that you're promoting year round. Maybe you just add like a fun twist to it, you know, some seasonal, spruce it up seasonally, something like that. But just know ahead of time, kind of narrow in, so that way you'll have some direction and you'll have kind of like a big picture driving force to help you structure out your campaigns. So you want to first know exactly what you're going to promote for the season. And then outline exactly who you want to see that promotion and when you want them to see it. So it could be your typical target audience. It could be a different audience depending on holiday spending and shopping behaviors. So think about that. Think about your date ranges. Most folks are going to go for beginning of November to mid-January, depending on what you're promoting, depending on the creative, how long the offer is going to run, and things like that. That's completely up to you and your business and your goals and your unique needs. But I digress. So then once you have your offer, your targeting, your date range is good to go, you're ready to start kind of like building out your campaigns. So you need to identify your key core messages. So how are you going to convey that offer in a timely and clear and concise way? So work on, maybe copywriting a little bit. We have tons of different copywriting ideas on our blog if you need to just get some ideas, get the creative gears going. So think about that as you nail down and narrow in on your copy. Also, don't be afraid to A/B test copy as well. Totally normal and fine to do, and that can bring you more insights for future holiday seasons. Then you want to know how you're going to blast that promotion, those messages out across different platforms. Again, going cross-channel as much as you can is super important here. So thinking about what different channels are going to help you reach your goals, right? So let's say, for example, I'm going to run a holiday promotion on my site, but I don't have a ton of website traffic. Then I probably need to focus on driving traffic to my website. So I would want all of my promotions, related to that offer to cause people to click to my site. So I might include some search ads into that strategy. I might include some organic social media posts where I include a link to the site, things like that to kind of just drive some more clicks. And then start pre-planning your campaign. You could start building it out and put it on a schedule. You could even schedule out some social media posts. We also offer a holiday marketing calendar for free that you can download to pencil in what days you're going to be promoting what. It can be really helpful to just kind of get ahead, have a schedule that'll help you kind of feel better, especially for folks that feel like they're behind. You still have time to kind of narrow that in, and then you could pre-plan, what days, what weeks in November, that campaign is going to run, or in December, and etc. So to wrap us all up, I know it's quick, but again, we're busy. We don't have a ton of time, so let's kind of figure out what we need to know to walk away with and start off our holiday marketing with success. So a couple of the main points that I was trying to convey here is that you definitely want to consider your audience, both your in-store shoppers, if that fits your business, and your online audience, and just, again, your typical target person. And I know it sounds silly, but really sit down and think about, all right, who is my ideal customer this season? What do they look like? What do they do? What is their job? What's their lifestyle? Do they have a lot of money? Do they not? Do they have kids? Do they not? Like that, all of those small little lifestyle factors and details about your ideal person, your ideal customer, is going to impact how they're interacting with their business, right? If they're more busy, they're probably going to be hopping from platform to platform, on the go. So maybe you need a mix of different medias and different advertisements, both in person and online. If they have more free time or something like that, you might want to hone in on more specific like social media platforms, things like that. Also, I had mentioned, don't be afraid to try something new. I think keeping an open mind is really important for any like short-term types of campaigns. So setting your expectations accordingly to that. Again, it can be scary to dip into some of those different media types like video and so on, but don't be afraid to try it out this season. It's actually the perfect time to, right? So because you're not investing in like a long-term marketing campaign. It's very holiday marketing and seasonal marketing is very short term. So it's the perfect time to test something out and then learn a little bit more for the next season. And then don't be afraid to go all in for it, right? So once November hits, your holiday marketing strategy should be in full swing. So now you kind of have some of the tools to get started now and get ahead and be good to go by the time November hits. So I know that was a ton of information, and with that, I'm going to switch over to the audio portion of this webinar. I'm going to launch this poll here for you all. I know that was a lot, but if you feel like you have more questions, I saw a lot of questions coming in on unique situations or unique specific business needs that people are hitting. If you have any specific questions like that, specific to your industry or anything like that, I highly recommend hitting yes on that poll so that you can go ahead and get some individualized expertise and individual answers to your questions. We don't have a ton of time for Q&A today, so if you do have more questions, highly recommend hitting yes so that you can have someone answer your questions directly separately. So a ton of questions coming in here, and I know we're right at time, but I'll try and answer one or two quick questions before I let you all go. Great questions here. So let's see. Add your questions in now if you have anything else that you want me to cover before I let you all go. Let's see. Great question from Christopher here. So he asked, for my social media ads, should I focus more on copy or caption or on assets to use, images, videos, etc.? So this is kind of the tough balance with marketing, right? And I hate to say it with a lot of the questions that come in here, it's no right or wrong or black and white answer, right? So copy and captions can take your social media ads or posts to the finish line for the holiday season, but then the images and videos is what grabs that audience and brings them in. Personally, I feel like I lean more towards the images and videos, having that rich, eye-catching media. Since social media platforms have moved to be so media rich and media heavy, I do think that weighs of a higher priority to businesses than, for example, other types of platforms. So I would try and focus in on that. Great question, Christopher. Okay, Alan asks one quick last question here. He says, typically my business slows down during the holidays, which is fine. Part of that is marketing plan for the next year. So should I prioritize holiday marketing planning or planning for next year? And I love this question because I was going to bring this up. So I know that we're kind of torn right now because you're probably thinking about your 2024 year-over-year marketing plans, and then to fit in your holiday marketing plans, it can seem kind of like a stretch bandwidth-wise. I would say, again, thinking about how your holiday marketing campaigns are short-term, quick turnaround, so that I feel like you can spend a little less time on. I know it did talk about how you kind of want to sit down and think about your plan. You absolutely should, but of course your yearly planning for 2024 is going to take a little bit more time. So I'd say try to focus on both, but set different goals at different date ranges. So, I might prioritize my holiday marketing planning now, but as that starts to run and starts to shape up, I start spending a little bit more time and carving out some time in my days to start planning for the 2024 season. Great questions. I wish I could answer all of the questions here today, but again, we are on a half-hour webinar schedule. Thank you all so much for joining. As you can tell, I could talk about this all day, so love these questions. Keep them coming. We have another webinar planned for September, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And thank you all. I hope to see you all at the next webinar, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks, everyone.